Hey guys, Gorshack back, woo, with another video. In my last video, I said I was gonna do a first ever Q&A, and I got a lot of answers back, and I want to thank everyone that asked a question that they want to know. Appreciate it. So thanks again for everybody that asked me sent me a question they wanted to know. Okay, let's get started. The Mastermind, great YouTuber. The first question he asked me is favorite horror film from 70s, 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. He said favorite horror film, so I think he means just one film from each decade. So I think that's what he meant. So my favorite horror film from the 70s is Wes Craven's The Hills Have Eyes. Just a great movie. I love the atmosphere of it. It was just a nasty, vicious film. You know, I just fell in love with it when I first seen the film. I fell in love with it. So that's my favorite horror film from the 70s. My favorite horror film from the 80s, John Carpenter's The Thing. That movie was just balls to the wall, just awesome. Once again, the atmosphere, the thing creatures, you know. I love the part where him and the doc go to the Norwegian camp and find all the massacre. It's like desecrated, man. I just love how they found Split Face in the snow, and the music too. It was really eerie, especially when the music played when they found the Split Face. They're like, Doc is like, my God, is that a man in there? Just awesome stuff. So just an awesome film. It was very brilliantly filmed by John Carpenter. He did it awesome. Now, favorite horror film from the 90s? Wes Craven's New Nightmare. That is my favorite Nightmare on Elm Street sequel. I do like the first three. Were good. I love the first three. Part 4 was a fun sequel. 5 and 6 were just piles of shit. But Wes Craven's New Nightmare, that was awesome. Just loved it. I love the fact that he's haunting Heather Langenkamp in the real world. I love that. Great story and everything. The new Freddy was pretty cool looking too. He had that skeleton claw hand. That was pretty cool. Now, favorite horror film from the 2000s. Neil Marshall's The Excellent and Brilliant Film. And it is my favorite. It is my second favorite horror film of all time, and it's Neil Marshall's The Descent. When I missed it in the theaters. I didn't know too much what it was about, but when it came on DVD and Blu-ray, I bought it. It was a blind buy for me, and as soon as I watched it, oh my God. You know, it was about these 6 gorgeous chicks that go caving, and it's, you know, they go caving, and it's about paranoia, and you know, and them being trapped, like claustrophobic, and but that wasn't the worst of their problems. It was then out of the blue comes these fucking creatures. I was like, holy fuck. Like, they just came out of nowhere. I didn't know anything about the creatures. I thought it was just about the girls caving and getting stuck and having paranoia and claustrophobic. But, oh my god, these creatures like came out of fucking nowhere, man. That was just fucking brilliant and nice twist there. Kept it as a surprise and just awesome. So that's my favorite horror film of the 2000s, The Descent. Okay. The next question the Mastermind asks, what is your favorite movie of all time? Hands down, John Carpenter's The Thing. Like, that movie is just phenomenal, man. It was just, the special effects on the Thing creatures were just by Rob Bottin, man. Just brilliant. My favorite Thing monster would be Thing creature. I love the dog creature when it, like, his face like splits open and it. Just love that. The Norris Thing, that was a pretty cool looking. Just special effects are just mind blowing. So that's my favorite horror film of all time, John Carpenter's The Thing. Next question, the Mastermind asked, he asked, where did you get your mask? To be honest, not very many people ask that. You know, they always say that's a awesome kick-ass mask, but they never ask me where I got it. But I got it from the Walking Dead the first season box set. Yeah, I got it from, it came in this set. This set comes with the Walking Dead Special Edition 3-disc set Blu-ray. Comes with a Walking Dead trading card and a wearable zombie mask designed by Craig Nicotero, the effects guy. There it is right there. Designed, if you can see that. Yeah. That's where I got the mask, my friend. At first I thought it was going to be kind of crappy looking mask, but when I opened it up, I was like, this is a well fucking designed mask. It was pretty cool looking, so the mask came in this set. So that's where I got my mask. Which is pretty, yeah, it's just got, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't know what made me wear it, but I thought it was cool, so, and I didn't really want to show my face on YouTube, so I like, you know, I didn't have too many masks around, so I said, fuck this, I'm going to wear this in my YouTube videos, so that's where the mask came from, and why I wear it, so, and I'm a huge fan of the brilliant show, Walking Dead. Next question he asks is, what state do you live in? Ontario. I live in Owen Sound, Ontario, Canada. So that's the state, Ontario. Next question he asks, do I like Star Wars? Yes, I do. I didn't see any of the films like until like 2011. You know, yeah. So last year I watched all 6. I watched the new ones first, then I watched the old ones after. So my roommate, he had the movies. Like, I don't own the movies, and he knew that I didn't, like, seen any of them, so we watched them all together. Like I said, we watched the new ones first, then the old ones. My favorite character is Darth Vader. I just like that guy, man. He's fucking cool. Love his breathing and shit, man. That's pretty good. If I had to pick a favorite out of the series, it'd probably be the... I don't know, that's a hard... They're all great films, like... I did like the last one, well, I forget which one it was, though, but, he like, sliced off, Luke Skywalker's hand with the lightsaber. I love that part, it was pretty good. Yeah, the end of the new ones, it shows how, Darth Vader was, like, made, and which I liked. It was pretty good. So yeah, I really do like the Star Wars movies. So thank you, Mastermind, for those questions. Those were great, and I thank you. So subscribe to the Mastermind. He's a great YouTuber. Okay, next YouTuber is Rigwob1. Another great YouTuber. This guy really likes The Walking Dead, and I can't blame him. That show is just brilliant. And yeah, he's a really huge fan of The Walking Dead, so subscribe to him when you get the chance. He's a great guy. He asks, first question he asks me is, what movie do you have the best memories from your childhood? Good question. For me, would be Child's Play and Pet Sematary. I know he just says what movie, but those are the two most that I have the best memories from in my childhood. Child's Play. The first time I got to see that was on VHS in a convenience store. They had like these old school horror movies. So this was like in 88 or 89. I was born in 1982, so I would be like really young, but I was in a convenience store, and I seen a VHS copy of Child's Play, and my God, that cover scared the fucking shit right out of me, man. Just has Chucky like holding a knife, and the tagline just fucking sent chills down my spine, man. It said, Chucky is one mean son of a bitch. And it says, you'll wish it was only make-believe. It was just, I was like, oh my God, we gotta see this, man. So my dad rented it, and my God, that movie scared the fuck right out of me. That fucking doll was freaky, man. The first one, just, oh. So that's my, and for Pet Sematary, that was another creepy movie that scared me as a child. I don't remember what, if I saw it on VHS or TV, I don't remember, but I do remember, I forget what the channel was called. It was like, it's like that, it used to be, my dad got this magazine of all the movies that were playing on this channel. I forget the name of it, but it's the Movie Network. I think it was called. They changed the name like how many times during the years, but back then, fuck, I forget the name of it. Anyway, it was like a movie channel. They played movies. It was something like Movie Picks. But anyway, in the book it had like the movies that were playing, and they had pictures of the movies too. And at night I couldn't sleep, and I looked through the movie book, and I saw this picture of Pet Sematary. It was Louis Creed walking down the path to Pet Sematary in the dark with his dead child Gage. Gage. That just, oh, scared the living shit out of me. That movie was just fucking creepy too. Just the atmosphere. It wasn't really gory, but my God, it had creepy atmosphere and just really well done. So those are the best movies. I have the best memories of my childhood. Next question, WigRob1 asks is, can we expect monthly or weekly DVD updates? Yes, that's what I'm going to be start doing. Whenever I get new movies and that, I'll have a monthly or weekly updates. So yes, you can expect that. So those are the questions by WigRob. So thanks a lot, but my friend, and subscribe to WigRob1. Thanks for the questions. Now, next YouTuber is Mr. Zombie is Hungry. Once again, another great YouTuber. He's a cool guy, so subscribe to him. The first question he asks me is, when it comes to horror films, which do you personally feel is more scary to watch and why? 1. In-your-face violence with lots of blood and gore. Or 2. Hardly any blood, gore, or on-screen violence, but a film that is spooky in that atmosphere and how it's filmed in a more subtle way. That is another great question. These are great questions, guys. Like, it's hard to say, but I'm gonna answer this the best way I can. Like, hands down, I love fucking gore. Like, seriously, I like gore and violence. Really, like, in your face, yeah. The violence, my God. To answer the first question, hardly any blood or gore. There's movies like Pet Sematary. The film ain't really blood or gory, but the atmosphere, and, was really scary with the fog of Louis walking down the path with Gage. It was scary. The film scared me, and there was some blood in it, but not much. So I love that, and that's, it was scary. But number one, lots of blood and gore. I love gore, like, seriously. Like Neil Marshall once said, the director of The Descent and Dog Soldiers, he said in an interview, he says, if somebody gets hit by a car, he's not going to cut away. He wants to know what happens when they get hit by a car. And I thought that was fucking awesome, man. I was like, fucking right. Like to me, that would be, when they do off-scene cut, it really, I have to say one would be more frightening and scary, because you see actually the aftermath of what happened. So one, to me would be more frightening if you see the violence. You're like, oh my god. Like the one scene in Lucio Fulci's Zombie. The part where the zombie arm breaks through the door and grabs the back of the chick's head, and there's like a splinter like sticking out, and he's got the back of her head, and he's like bringing her eye toward the splinter, and you see him actually, and he finally does it, and you can actually see the splinter piercing in her eye. Then he didn't just slowly like pushing her hair, the splinter right through her eye, and then he snaps her head like sideways, and you can see the splinter break and her eye breaking as well. I was like, oh my god. I was like, that is, now if they didn't show that, I'd be fucking pissed. I thought that was more scary, seeing what the violence and what they do to the characters. So that would be my answer. In your face violence with lots of blood and gore. That is scary to me. So yeah, I was like, my god, that was just okay. Like, and this is true too. Like, I don't know if anybody else feels this way, but Friday the 13th Part 7, The New Blood. Like, I've seen the uncut footage of, like, when Jason grabs Ben, the black guy from Part 7, and he squeezes his freaking head, and, like, blood, like, oozes out of his freaking eyes and his mouth and his nose, and he crushes his head to the size of a walnut. I was like, oh my god, that is just fucked up shit, man. It was actually pretty nice looking and brutal, and unfortunately the uncut footage was destroyed in 91. Paramount destroyed the negative uncut footage of that, and to me, I cannot watch Part 7 anymore like I used to, but I can't. It's after seeing that uncut footage, and they can't like release an uncut version of it because the footage was destroyed. All there is like a John Buechler has only got like a crappy VHS footage of the uncut kills that they can't like clean up and put it on DVD or Blu-ray, and that's what sucks. So, and I can't watch it anymore. It's after seeing the uncut footage, it's heartbreaking. Like, that movie has got no blood in it at all. And that's fucking that breaks my heart, man. It's too depressing to watch. You know, because it's like hardly any blood in it, man. It's just pathetic. So, yeah. So, it just shows Jason, like, it was more scary to see Jason, what he did to Ben, and in the version we all know, he just, like, you just see him come up behind him and just squeeze his head, and there's no blood or nothing that trickles down. So that's my answer for that. Mr. Zombie is hungry. That's what I picked. It's more scarier with violence and blood and gore. That's my opinion. Okay. Now the next question he asks is, what horror film that was considered popular, or that you heard many people loved, and for you personally, you watched and didn't like it at all? Awesome question. There's that was probably the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. Like, I know that was a lot. I know a lot of. I don't think the movie was really popular, but I know a lot of people love that remake. They say that's one of their few favorite remakes. They like it, man. Like, but I watched it. it was another blind buy. I seen the trailer and stuff, and I said, ooh, it looks pretty good. But when I bought it with the original. Now, the original is fucking brilliant. I love it. It's a rape revenge movie, and I love the original. It's in my top 10, like the original, I Spit on Your Grave. But when I saw the remake that a lot of people liked, man, that movie... Now, don't get mad if I say this to the people that like the remake of I Spit on Your Grave. But to me, that movie was a piece of fucking garbage. That was like one of the worst fucking remakes I've ever seen in my life. Besides, it's up there with the piece of shit remake, Prom Night, and like the fucking stupid Stepfather. Now those three are the worst fucking remakes in history, man. So that would have to be I Spit on Your Grave. So thank you, Mr. Zombie is Hungry. Thank you for those questions. Subscribe to Mr. Zombie is Hungry. So thanks once again for the question. Next YouTuber, Mortel Hellion. A great YouTuber. I talk to this guy all the time. He's a great guy. He makes his own videos. Like these, like the ones the Bob and Bob films that he makes are really great. He makes great videos and his movies. So check him out and subscribe to him. The first question Mortal Hellion asks me is, do you have any fears? Yes, I do. My fear, I fucking hate spiders. Like, this is true, man. Like, I have arachnophobia. Like it's not the baby little spiders that scare me. It's like the fucking big ones with the big asses and shit. And like, I was on the computer the other night, and there's like one about that size that was like walking up the wall beside me. And that fucking scared the shit right out of me. Yeah, I fucking can't stand them, man. Like, I actually fucking run away. Like, I was in the kitchen with my roommate, and I was making supper, and like getting a plate out, and I looked inside the plate, on the plate, and there's this big fucking wolf spider. Fuck, I just fucking tore off in the kitchen and out the fucking door. Like, seriously. I cannot watch that movie, Arachnophobia. Like, Jesus Christ, I cannot watch. I watched it, but I didn't watch it ever again, man. That scene where all those little freaking spiders come out of the bathtub. Oh my god, that was fucking creepiest fucking thing I've seen in my life. Oh, so yeah, I fucking hate spiders. Awesome question. Next question by Mortal Hellion. Do you consider Spielberg movies like Jaws and Duel to be horror films? I have not seen or heard of Duel. But yes, I'd say Jaws would be considered a horror film. You know, it's like a shark in the ocean and eats people, and like that Kintner boy on the raft. That, oh my god, that... Because of Jaws, I don't even go fucking in the water. Fucking Jaws fucked me up for that, man. I was like, fuck that. So, yeah, I consider it to be a horror film, man. It's like a shark, you know. He's like killing people. So, next question is, will you do a review for the excellent 1971 TV movie, The Silent Stalker? written by Matheson and starred the great actor Darren McGavin. I have not seen it, but Mortal Hellion did send me the movie on YouTube. He sent me the full movie to watch. So once I get around to watching it, I will review it. So, yes. Okay, next question is, what is your favorite black and white horror film from 1930, 1940, and 1950s? I have not seen too many black and white movies, to be honest. I'm not really a big fan of black and white. But I have seen a couple black and white ones, and like, I know it's not in the 50s, the 40s, or 30s, but it was Night of the Living Dead, George Romero's original. I like that, but I'm just not a fan of black and white. I don't know. It's weird to me. There is one that I'd love to see. I don't know if it's in the 50s. It might be, but it's The Thing from the Other World, which John Carpenter's The Thing is a remake of. So I'd love to see that. So, and I've seen Nosferatu. I thought it was pretty good film. You know, I just prefer color. Like, to me, like, I prefer, you know, movies in color. I know I'm fucking weird, but I don't know. Just something about black and white that, yeah. So, great question, though. So, thank you, Mortal Hellion. Subscribe to this guy. He's awesome. And last but not least, Horror Squad. Now, these guys are freaking great. And they ask, are you ever doing another horror game review? Yes, I will. I've got 2 lined up. My computer crashed, and I've got a lot of catching up to do. Like, seriously, I do. I got a lot of, you know, without no computer, I couldn't make videos, and so I was fucked for like about a month, and I've got a lot of movies, a lot of games. During that time, I bought Resident Evil 6, so I'll be reviewing that. Resident Evil 6, and another horror game I'll be reviewing soon is Splatterhouse. Now that game is fucking awesome too. Like, I just love Splatterhouse, man. It was great, man. It was pretty gory and great game. So those 2, yes, I have lined up. So, and those are the end of my questions, and I want to thank everybody so much for the questions. They were great, and nobody really asked me about those questions before until you guys. So thanks a lot, and subscribe to the Mastermind, Big Wob 1, Mr. Zombie is Hungry, Mortal Hellion, and Horror Squad. So thanks again. Hopefully I answered the questions best I could, and I hope you guys enjoy the answers. So take care, and I'll see you in my next video. Keep it gory and keep on balling and brawling. Take care.